Hey there, comics friends and fiends. We got a Wednesday mail call here today. I got a couple different things came in the mail. Plus, we have actually, I'm going to make this a local comic book store edition as well. We're going to go through my inboxes. This has been the biggest inbox I've had in a long, long time. So, first, I'm going to go ahead and open up this one right here because this one, media mail, no big shocker there, comes from the folks, I'm going to be careful not to say the good folks, the folks at Comic Exposure. Now, I'm going to say this the best and most neutral way I can, as not to open myself up for any kind of possible litigation or slander or anything like that. I will simply say that Comic Exposure is a online retailer that sells a lot of various limited editions and they have the regular comics, but then they have a lot of others, exclusives and whatnot. Some of them are very interesting, and I like them. They look good. When I say I like them, I like the comic books. I had never tried them out before. Went and used them. Didn't do research about the company before I went and used them, and I made a purchase from them using, but I used a Visa gift card that I had. Um, I, it was like free money. So when the first shipment took a little bit of time, first order I had placed took some time to get to me. I was rather irritated. It took like 3 months, and it was all stuff that was in stock. Um, and I had one shipment remaining. This is my final shipment, and this is the last shipment I will ever get from Comic Exposure because, based on my personal experience, I have chosen not to do business with them going forward. The reason being is that this order was purchased on February 23rd. Today is May 27th. It was 3 months. None of these books that are in here are recent books that would have been affected by the diamond shutdown. This has been there for a while. There's operations were not impacted, or else at least they did not communicate that to the customers. In fact, they've made a point of keeping their website up to date with new changes. They've made a point of updating their Facebook with new changes. What they do not do is respond to customers. I sent multiple emails to to Comic Exposure asking them for an update on my order. Never once receiving an email reply back. I went to their Facebook page and I messaged them through Facebook. One time I got a response that said they would look into it and get back to me. Then no one ever got back to me. I attempted to pick up the phone and call them. The first number that's listed on their website just was a disconnected number. The second number that was there, which is a Google phone number, that number would just go to voicemail. No voicemails were ever received or replied back to anything else. I even, knowing that it was a Google number, I even sent text messages to that number. Never got a reply. I did post additionally on their Facebook thread. So not just PM'd them, but on their thread. And as did other people. And other people would be quick to respond, yeah, when are you guys going to ship this or whatever else? And those posts would be removed from their site, from their Facebook page within very short order, not responding to the posters. So they did an excellent job of making sure that their facade looked clean, but did not provide any customer service whatsoever. That lack of customer service, as somebody who's grown up and made my living in the customer service industry in one shape or form, I find it completely, totally unacceptable and will not merit any additional funds from me. Ironically, I've since done more research on this company and found that something I have never seen before. The Better Business Bureau has them as an F rating, and a search of Comic Exposure on Facebook actually reveals two, right underneath their return, two different Facebook groups, one called Victims of Comic Exposure and the other one called Comic Exposure Exposed. So I think that speaks volumes. If you want to check them out and see what they have and see if maybe your experience is different than mine, you're welcome to do so. Like I said, the books that are there are great. I have never not received books I ordered. I received well, I say that I haven't opened it up yet to see what's inside, but I have all so far to date, and it would seem that I have all it just took each time it took at least 3 months for me to get in stock items shipped to me. Um, I fear, my biggest fear really is the fact that because they don't communicate or respond, is that a book is damaged. That if there's any damage, I'm going to be stuck with it because there's no way that they're going to respond. Now, this was a 2, 3, 4, 5. Why there are 5 items? I could have sworn. Oh, 5 items. Yep. Okay. It was it was a buy one get one free on some of the titles. Anyway, so let's take a look and see what I got. I have here. Wow, these are the flimsiest backing boards I've ever seen. We have Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man #1 Kirkham exclusive variant there, the female version of a tarantula, kind of doing a throwback to the originals, a little homage maybe to the original Spectacular Spider-Man with tarantula on the cover there, or the ASM issue where tarantula shows up. So this is good. Appears to be I don't know. This glare thing always comes up as an issue here. You can't really see it. There's a little, both corners. There's a little goodie down here. This corner's kind of blunted a bit, but on the surface of everything, looks to be generally okay. No worse than you'd expect to see. I mean, they're not promising you 9/8, so I can't argue if I end up with a 9. I think they guarantee 9/2s or better, so I can't argue that. This is Venom Volume 3 Venom #150. So not the current run, but the run right before it. Issue cover 150. This is a Mike Perkins variant cover. We have a Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1. This is a Battle Lines variant. I actually have, I ordered it by mistake because I have like 3 copies of this. This is in really good condition though. That's good. This would be Greg Horn, Harley Quinn 25th Anniversary Special. These are actually, was hard to find everywhere else that had any. These have all been all these variants for Harley Quinn's 25th anniversary have been sold out. Whether it's Greg Horn or anybody else, they're all long gone. Pretty much eBay's one place. So I was amazed that I was able to find it there. Let alone I actually got it for free because it was one of my freebie books. As was this one here, Star Wars issue 1 for volume 2. This is a John Tyler Christopher black and white variant edition. So very good. Wow, her white gown, they're completely dispersed. Almost like one of those negative space comics that are being kind of the rage right now. Anyways, so those are the 5 books from Comic Exposure. The last time I'm going to do business with them, but to each is his own. If that's how they choose. If that's how they choose to do business, then that's how they choose to do business. And I'm sure that they will learn someday that in this competitive world, that good customer service will breed retention with your customers and increase spending, because I did limit my initial purchases with them to $50 or less, and they would have potentially seen a lot more if they had some customer service. But let's move right along. This next book should be, I believe, this is a recent eBay purchase. It definitely must be because I smell it. It's the smell of old newsprint. 1960s newsprint. It's got that smell. When you open up those old comics, doesn't that just give you that childhood memory, that joy that fills you? That today's modern books, as much great joy as I get from them, it's not quite the same as these old books, but it's definitely a lot better than frickin' digital. Am I right? I don't know if they can all switch to digital. I'm certainly not going to be collecting comics much longer. All right, so this right here is Submariner. This, let's see if I can get this in here. Number 4. I'm going to try to get this up in here without getting too much glare. Down in, there's some, some fraying down in this end. I mean, it's a 1966? I think it is 1966, 1967, 68 at the latest. So, newsprint, you can see there's a little bit along here along the top. But this book, I paid 20. I made the guy an offer, a couple stuff. I think that this was the book that I paid like $20 for, maybe less. See if I can get this out here. Bam. Let's take a look here together. Without the shiny plastic on there, you can get a better view of the condition there. Get down to the bottom here. So we look at the back side. So we do have, there's a little bit of lines along there. Anyways, slightly off-white, but excellent. So Submariner, issue number 4. Very cool. Let me take that away. I should just put it off to the side for a second. Let's get this done. All right, last bit. Local comic book shop. So here's what we got today. Went on down, a couple different titles. Happy to be there. Happy to support my local shop. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so we got to start off the bat today with Dr. Aphra. We ended up with 3 different covers for Dr. Aphra. It shouldn't be big deal. I'm not just jumping on the Aphra bandwagon, by the way. I have multiple copies of the first appearance. I actually really, really enjoy the heck out of this character. It's very different, and if you want to do a unique Star Wars story that's not necessarily Jedi centric, this is a great story. Everything that they did in at least the volume 1. So I'm hoping volume 2 is going to be just as good. But so Dr. Aphra number 1, the main cover, and Dr. Aphra number 1, one of the variant covers. Then Dr. Aphra, the 1 in 25 incentive ratio variant, with Aphra ducked out in some snowtrooper armor. We get the old Batman Beyond number 43. I love Batman Beyond, like I say. It's great. I love Spider-Man. Hey, these are the books I get on a subscription basis at my local comic book store. I certainly hope that I love them, or at least like them, enjoy them a lot, right? Spidey, right? ASM 43, continuing down the pipeline. Very cool. And last, now I don't normally subscribe to this one. This is one I do kind of just get the hits on. I have a couple different exclusives that'll be coming in some future online orders, but supporting my local comic book store where I can. We are Venom number 25, the 1 in 50 ratio variant. Went and picked that up today from my comic book store. So very happy to get that. It was in good condition. This is not a fold in the comic. That's a crease in the bag. I'm noticing as I'm looking at the image on screen that looks like the book is really messed up. It is not. That is just the bag. Unfortunately, I haven't figured a good way to keep the lighting from reflecting too much on there. But so looks just like me. All right, hey guys, thanks for watching. Next out, I'm feeling a little weird, obviously, today. My long-winded rants, the comic exposure, on eBay thing, some LCS stuff, got some more stuff coming on the week. Hoping to get some PGX goodness to open up some of that big box of books. Hoping that's going to come soon, and very soon we're going to have the first ever EGS test. We'll definitely be hitting that video up. So make sure you hit the like button if you like the content. Make sure you subscribe and go ahead and get the alerts. That way you can get alerted when that new content drops, know what's going on. We'll even be doing a super big comparative between the 4 different grading companies, providing you with details about those. If you've ever been curious about doing comic book grading and aren't sure, or have only been fed that there's only one option for you, there's 4. We'll talk about them, and we won't, and it'll be a no spin zone. It's going to be a factual based orientation. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Again, like, subscribe, and enjoy your comics. Collect what you want. Listen to what you want. Don't listen to me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion.